We gotta get moving. Good morning, everyone. I'm Andrea. Welcome to Loewenwood Forest Homeschool. Welcome. You say hi, Carolyn. Carolyn's joining me on this very cold day. It's a minus 15 degrees outside, and so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to talk to you outside. I may have to do more filming inside. It's quite chilly. But I'm going to answer today one of those big homeschooling questions that I always get asked, and I think most of us homeschoolers always get asked, and that is, what curriculum do you use? So I'll ask you the question first. Which curriculum do you use? Please leave your answer in the comments down below. I have already answered the question for my son who's in grade 3. I'll link that video right above as well as down in the description below. But I want to share with you what I use for my kindergartner. Most homeschoolers, they start off in kindergarten, especially with your firstborn. You want to make sure you're doing it right. You want to go down the right path. And so what do you choose? And it's actually quite easy. Now that I've been homeschooling for a while and I've got a grade 2 and a grade 4, kindergarten just seems so much easier than it did when I first started out. So here is what we use. So I've got a great big basket of different books that I use. Here I said it was simple, and here I am showing you a ton of different books that we use. Basically what you're trying to do in their kindergarten year is you're just trying to teach them the basics. You're teaching them the ABCs, their numbers, and of course shapes and colors. So that is basically all you need to focus on, and that's why I go with Canadian Fundamentals. This was just off of Amazon. It doesn't say the price, but I know it was less than $20 or thereabouts. So that is what I use. It's just got numbers and colors and fun little things for them to do. A big thing that you want to do in kindergarten is just teaching them how to properly hold properly hold a marker or a pencil so that they can write their name and just learn how to move their pencil. And so there's a lot of great puzzles and things that teach them how to manipulate a writing utensil. I also did a bunch of sheets for my daughter Evelyn that just taught her how to write her name. So we did it one letter at a time, and then bring in here close, and then you can see she just traces all the letters of her name, and she can just practice writing her name along with everyone's name for everyone who lives in the house. And I mean, they do that in public school, and so that is basically what I did. And so I just have some sheets here also. You can see her sister's names, and since we have so many kids, she has a lot of letters that she can practice writing. So for French, a book that we use is Toute ma maternelle. On the top, that's all the different categories. So math, you know, is mostly shapes, but she also learns days of the week and months of the year, and, you know, what to do in the winter, what they should wear in the summer. So just identifying things like that. A lot of things that your child probably knows already, but you just go into it in depth. And with the French program, it just allows me to make sure that she knows the French terms for everything. And because that book I find didn't quite have enough for her to do every single day, I did pick up some extra books. So this just adds to her learning. These are quite small, but it just gives her more worksheets to do, just so she can continue practicing. Then after that, a lot of these books just come from the dollar store. So, you know, writing letters, numbers, shapes, colors, all that good stuff. Whatever I find at the dollar store that I think she'll love, I just pick up a bunch of those, so that if there's a day where she really doesn't want to do a lot of writing, I can say, here, do a fun workbook, and she'll just color away and go at her own pace, and I'm really not worried whether she's doing actual learning, because she'll just passively learn. She'll just learn through doing. And last but not least, once your child knows the phonetics of the alphabet, you know, A is for A, and B is B, and C is C, all that good stuff, we also have been starting the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. So the beginning lessons, we're only at lesson 7, are very easy. You know, it's just basically saying those same sounds, those phonetic sounds, but while looking at the letter and learning to read from left to right, top to down. So yeah, that's all we're working on right now with Evelyn. She can already write her name. She loves cutting and pasting and all that good stuff. I would say some of the other things that you may not find in our curriculum, but that are very useful to teach your little person is how to get themselves dressed, and I mean in outside gear. So here in Canada we have lots of experience, lots of opportunity to practice putting on our coat and our toque and our mitts and our boots and all that stuff. So it's good to have them practice that. It's also good to have them practice using a bathroom all by themselves, and I mean a public bathroom, because there may be a time, not too distant future, where they will need to go in and do their business on their own. And so of course mommy or daddy, you'll be right there waiting in the wings to help if necessary, but it is really good for them to know how to move about in public, and this is the time when they would do that, were they going to a public school. So yeah, all that societal norms, how to eat in a restaurant, how to wait your turn, holding doors for people, anything that you want to teach them in terms of societal rules, this is when you would teach them those things. So that's outside the curriculum, and that's up to your discretion as a parent, but you definitely want to look into how you want your children to act. We've had this box for a while. It's from Amazon, of course. They've been playing with it inside. Now it's time to play with it a little bit outside before it finally gets recycled.
I'm trying to make it a word wall, but it didn't work. Charge! No. Ow, 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 ow. I did it! One. It's more of a toy than this one, though. Jackson, do you want to see the warped wall? What? You're on it.
And then I also have a lot of activities that I have her do, but I recorded them inside to save my hands from the cold. So I'll show you those now. You like to color?
Yeah.
You've got a big bucket here full of crayons and some paper. Hello, we're back inside. So in front of me here, I just have laid out a few of the extra things we use with Evelyn just to round out her kindergarten teaching, and also just to give her some fun things to do while I'm busy with the other kids practicing their reading and math and other things that take a lot more of my attention. So of course she's got tons and tons of art supplies, and we've got lots of printer paper. She's welcome to use as much paper as she wants. We also have a nice big stack of coloring books she can use. These stamps are so fun. These are a bunch of letter stamps, and she can of course play with those as well. And don't forget Play-Doh, always a lot of fun. You can practice shapes and colors and letters, all sorts of wonderful things with Play-Doh. And then we've got some of these magnet letters, which she uses on the fridge to make words and just practice phonics and have fun. Over here, we've got some colored animals. They're a lot of fun. They're different shapes, and so you can play sounds and grouping things that are similar together and grouping together same colors. It's really great. Here we have Leapfrog Bingo, which I do highly recommend. Leapfrog Bingo, you can switch out that dial there. You can switch it to being colors or shapes or letters. It's a lot of fun, this bingo. I recommend getting it. We've got this secondhand, so maybe at your secondhand store you can find it there too. We of course have a matching game. That's a Little People matching game. And we have a memory of French and English. So it does have a few French words in there like tractor and other animals. So that one's fun. Then we have this alphabet puzzle, which I love because it really is teaching phonics, like the k matches up with the cat picture. I really do enjoy that. And then this is the number puzzle. It is a French puzzle, but I mean, we can do numbers in English too. So you just match up the number of animals with the number that's on the little, I don't know what he is. He's a caterpillar? Anyway, it's just a fun puzzle that we can do together. And don't forget read-alouds and songs and all kinds of other wonderful things that you would have learned in kindergarten that of course you can pass along to your kids. Anyway, this little lady needs to go to sleep. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time in the forest. Bye! Here's our total time for today.